Salem College did use that for a learning exercise where people could learn blacksmithing and how to do the things.
Right, that's cool. So everything else that's in the story is pretty much in Salem.
Yeah, and I can show you, like I said, if you want to see Townhouse East, I can drive over and point it out.
Yeah.
Because we're right next to it, right over here. I mean, or maybe on the way back.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Right beyond this.
Okay.
It's like right over there. It's about within walking distance from that bridge.
Okay.
But I'll point it out when we come back. It's not really necessary to deviate at this point.
And is this the road that Jonathan Harker would have been driving?
He was driving from Pittsburgh area. He was driving down through. Of course, it talks about passing the West Virginia line.
Yeah.
And then you come out here. And this, what we first see is we come into Clarksburg. And the description of coming into Clarksburg is related in Darkened Hills.
Okay.
As if coming into Salem. Okay, because Clarksburg is first, Salem is second.
Yeah.
So as you come over this hill, and you see Salem or Clarksburg in the valley, that's the thought of the isolation that Malice or Salem is down in a valley.
Right.
So right here's a picture of Clarksburg.
Okay.
Down here.
Oh, okay.
So Clarksburg's pretty well built up.
Yeah.
And although Clarksburg is referenced in the story, not much goes on there.
Right. Okay.
There's a mention of Unity Hospital, but in reality it was United Hospital Center.
Oh, okay.
So there's little parallels.
Oh, nice.
Of the reality, real Clarksburg, real Salem versus fake Clarksburg, fake Malice.
Yeah.
So as you come right through here, you can see the town in the pot down in the bowl.
Yeah.
And the idea of Salem was to also play off of an isolated town.
Right.
And you'll see here when we actually drive into Salem, it comes off of Route 50 and it feels very isolated when you go into it.
Yeah.
Even though it's real close, it just has that feel that you're going deeper into a place that's not real well known or well seen.
Right, yeah. Kind of secluded from everything, yeah. It goes from Lake Floyd to Floyd Lake.
Yes. It is a mirror, even the name spelled backwards.
Oh, yeah. Well, you said that, you know, Malice is basically Salem reversed as if it, you know, as if it's in like a alternate universe.
It's in an alternate universe,
yeah.
This is the dam that gets blown up in book 3.
Ah.
And by blowing the dam up, it releases enough water to flood the town. When you see how large this thing is.
Oh, yeah. So this is Floyd Lake.
Now see how the snow right here is?
Yeah.
Snow, and I'll take you on the back side. Right behind that is the town of Salem.
Oh,
so the idea is that the Madison House on the back side could be seen from the lake looking up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's not on the knoll, but in the imagine the house that I show you on the knoll.
Right.
That kind of a thought. So that when people would approach it, they would have to drive out and approach it from the front.
Oh, I see.
But that it had these. The closest thing you can get is these little cottages that are sitting on the hills.
Yeah.
But they're really closer to the lake to access the lake.
Yeah, I'd say that would cause quite a flood if the dam was exploded.
Yeah. And especially if the town was downstream from it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Which mimics the Johnstown situation. The circumstances of what... In Johnstown, they had a bad storm. It rained and rained and rained, and they had an earthen dam that gave way. In the story, one of the Cambion brothers was trying to get the gates of hell or the favor of the devil more in line with what they're accelerate the process or whatever. And to accelerate the process, he wanted to do some great act of evil.
Right.
So that was how he did it.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm giving away the plot. You might not want to read it now.
Oh no, I'll still read it.
But a lot of the ideas of how close these houses were, there's a description where, when he's driving up the Mina Murray or these houses really close together on Raccoon Run Road. You'll see in the real Raccoon Run, it's really desolate.
Okay.
But I was in my mind thinking the description of these close houses. So using this drive-in for the populated parts, and Raccoon Run as the isolated approach. Raccoon Run first.
Here's Raccoon Run. Alright.
That way, it's because it's bright enough to see. If it wait till a little later, it might be dark. It might be creepier that way.
Yeah.
If you notice, we're right on the back side of the hill where Lake Floyd was.
Okay.
So that's the thought with it. You drive in here and it was. So it's straight.
Okay. So this is Raccoon Run Road?
This is Raccoon Run Road.
Okay.
And it goes on for a little ways. Even though Salem is real close, the approach into Salem from this angle will feel like it takes a while.
Okay.
It's it's not far, but it feels that way.
Yeah.
And it's just because it's a narrow little road, it gets more and more desolate, then you pop out in the middle of town.
Okay. So in the story, this is the road that goes up to that
the house.
The house, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
The idea to think about is we're on the opposite side of that same hill that's on the lake.
Okay.
So the thought is that you drive along and along, and you're in essence following the lake.
Oh,
and you're slowly going up.
Yeah.
And you're climbing. You're
Oh,
climbing that hill.
Kind of creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, and as you do it, it becomes kind of like the Carpathian Mountains.
Yeah,
You know,
I'll say.
When no guardrails either.
Yeah.
It's,
Yep. And where exactly is the house supposed to be?
It was supposed to be on the very top of the knoll.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's something akin to this isn't on the very top, but it was something like you would come to a dead end where the road wouldn't go any further.
Oh, okay.
It would end in a cul-de-sac, and the house would be offset on the top.
All right.
Now that's not the house.
Right. Yeah.
This is a good example of how it would end.
Right.
When you get to the highest point. But the road actually descends at the highest point and goes into Salem. The last scene of Dracula.
Okay, yeah. Oh, and it would.
No, that's this road. I have not been up here since it stormed and stuff. I hope it's still passable. Don't worry, this isn't some elaborate plot to get stuck out in the woods with you.
So this is basically where the house would be.
Yeah. strange thing is I always remember this being paved. So that's why I'm a little hesitant to why is it not paved anymore?
Are they repaving it?
Maybe they are. Oh well, it gives more of the effect.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That you keep transitioning further and further.
Yeah. And does this eventually start to descend downward?
Yes. It lands in Salem. There's a fork in the road at some point. You take the right fork. The left goes over to Lake Floyd, I think.
Yeah.
I think. That Halls Run Road that's out there.
Okay.
In the story. And so the house set way up on the vista. And,
Ooh, look at that.
And then, just like you could see that thing over there, people could see it, but you couldn't really get to it very easily.
Wow.
And when you're up at the house, you felt like you were really isolated.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
Yeah, it's definitely that feeling of isolation
this would be like where the
here.
house would be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's definitely that feeling of isolation.
Yeah, the house came into a cul-de-sac, and the house would be by itself.
Right. Oh, okay.
The back side faced the lake, or the side to you.
Yeah.
You really couldn't. You were only way to get to it was by the little desolate road.
Wow.
It was up on a hill. Industrial home for girls.
Okay.
And I called it industrial home for troubled youth. Is the building still standing? Up on top? It's up there.
Very little building. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. That's all you can see.
Sick.
There it is.
Ooh. Let's see. Try to. The sun's like glaring. There we go.
There.
Ah, okay.
That's where old William was locked up. There was on a hill. They had to climb up the hill. Yeah, there it is.
Nice.
It's like what looks like a daggone maximum security penitentiary for kids.
Yeah, it does.
This is for kids. Keep that in mind.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why he had to get broken out of with Jonathan. That's where old Lucy worked or whatever.
Yeah.
Master Vampire flying over into that.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
This will become more. It'll make more sense in book 2, but.
Okay.
This is the graveyard that Ralphie haunts.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Some of those stones are like from the 1700s.
Nice.
Not the modern looking ones, but there's ones that are
really old. Yeah.
The buzzards works really good in pictures. This would be a good place to do a little movie or something. You know?
Yeah.
It's a perfect set, you know. Stay off my land, boy. Turn of 2 centuries ago.
Yeah.